Hi, the SI meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Thursday, November 15th. A dry, chilly weather pattern continues here in the eastern states, well below normal temperatures once again this morning with lows right around the freezing mark in many areas, and there are lots of clouds around the interior part of the east right now, and that's actually in association with the developing low pressure system already off the southeast U.S. coast. It's that low that will continue to slowly move to the northeast over the next few days, and it appears as if it'll be a little bit weaker and a little bit farther east than what it looked like a couple of days ago. It could throw some clouds, maybe even a little bit of light rain back into the mid-Atlantic region along about Sunday night or Monday, but for the most part it doesn't look like a big weather story for the early part of next week. Let's take a look at the latest surface map and look at the players on the field. First of all, strong high pressure really just extends all the way from the Ohio Valley up through the eastern part of Canada, and this is a very slow moving area of widespread and strong high pressure. Meanwhile, we do have this developing low with some rainfall already down in the Carolinas. We'll see the radar in a couple of minutes in this region right here, and this is the western Atlantic low that will slowly move to the northeast over the next few days, kind of blocked by this strong high pressure to the north, and hence its slow movement. But for the most part, it looks like it'll turn to the northeast and stay off the east coast, and won't be exactly all that powerful either. Again, it can throw some clouds and maybe even a little bit of light rainfall Sunday night and Monday into the mid-Atlantic region, but it doesn't look like it'll be a major weather story. While mostly dry conditions for the much of the rest of the country, thanks to this large high pressure that really extends all the way down into the south central part of the U.S. Here's the latest infrared satellite loop from the SSEC Wisconsin website. Some showers and thunderstorms associated with the developing low already off the southeast U.S. coast, and really some high clouds extend all the way north into the interior sections of the east. It'll be mostly cloudy today along the I-95 corridor thanks to the developing low pressure system here, despite the fact that there's very strong high pressure in and around the northeastern part of the country. Again, mostly dry conditions throughout the rest of the nation here, despite a little batch of clouds here in the middle part of the country. For the most part, the only rainfall on the map this morning is right here along the southeast U.S. coast. And here's the southeast radar loop for the last couple of hours. There is some decent showers and thunderstorms associated with this developing low right off the coast. It'll slowly trend to the north and east and end up being just off the east coast over the weekend. Again, probably the closest approach or the best chance of it throwing back some moisture into the mid-Atlantic region will come Sunday night, Monday time frame. So mostly cloudy on Monday and maybe a little bit of light rain back into the I-95 corridor, but again, it does not look like a major weather story at this time. Let's kind of walk through the GFS forecast map for early next week. This is actually Saturday night's forecast map from last night's Zero-Z GFS model run. High pressure, the big story here, continues to sit over the eastern part of Canada down across New England. Very strong, widespread high, and here's that batch of moisture still sitting off the same location it really is located right now. Here we are Thursday morning, and this is the Saturday evening forecast, and still the moisture is sitting right down there. It's kind of being blocked by this high pressure, at least in the upper part of the atmosphere, and again it'll tend to move towards the northeast, but it looks like for the most part it'll stay offshore. Let's jump ahead now. And here's the GFS forecast map for Sunday evening. Still large, strong, high pressure centered right over the eastern part of Canada, the Canadian maritime provinces, and all the way extends all the way down into the mid-Atlantic region. Still moisture sitting right off the Carolina coast, but having a hard time getting closer to the coast thanks to that blocking pattern in the upper part of the atmosphere. And now let's jump ahead another 24 hours. Monday evening now, we still have very large and strong high pressure just dominating the scene over the northeastern part of the country and basically forcing this moisture to stay off the east coast. Most models tend to agree now with this storm staying offshore and in a little bit of a weaker state compared to model runs a few days ago. So again, it looks like this will not be a major weather story for the early part of next week. The dry, chilly weather pattern here in the east will continue right through the upcoming weekend. That's it for now. For the SIWeather.com, I'm meteorologist